What's going on, man? How we doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Down here in South
Uh,
Florida, getting it in. How's
Happy
everything
late
up?
birthday, by the way.
Appreciate it, brother. Hey, man, another year. Another
How
year.
was your birthday?
Man, it was good. Hey, yeah, birthdays aren't as exciting anymore. It's just more pressure. Now I got more pressure to really get into where I want to get, accomplish the goals I want to accomplish, and we're going, man. But we're on our way.
And we definitely have to talk about that last fight. Your opponent missed weight by 3 pounds. I don't think he would pay the purse that he was supposed to pay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then after all of that, he was still talking trash. So like, what was your mindset going into the fight with him?
Man, it's crazy. I don't know why. I guess people just want to talk smack to me in every fight. But every fight I have, like people have like some tension or animosity. So I don't know. I'm kind of used to it now. But yeah, man, he showed up to weigh-ins and was 3 pounds over, and came down screaming at everybody. He was like, "I'm not paying my purse if you don't want to accept, and then I'll just go home to Tampa." So I was like, he started cussing at me and stuff like that. I was just like. And I don't know, like the way I grew up is like you don't really pull out a scale to to see how much he weighs to fight him if he disrespects you. You just kind of you disrespect you, you fight him. So, hey man, those 3 pounds, it was actually played a good role for him. I could kind of feel it in the third round. He was a little bit heavier and bigger, but
hmm
hey man, I handled business and I made him pay for everything. I was still able to come out victorious, and that's what's important.
And on Wayne Day, like, missing weight by 3 pounds is no joke. But was there any hesitation to was there any hesitation to take that fight?
Man, everyone, even the promoter Lex, was like, "Man, I would not be mad at you if you cancel the fight. Don't." But yeah, man, I just I couldn't turn it down. Everyone was telling me not to take it, but I couldn't do it, man. So he said some stuff to me, so I just had to kind of handle it the old school way.
hmm And Dustin Lampros asked, "Who's your best friend?"
It's my boy Scrappy. Scrappy's my best friend, man. He's a good friend, a real friend. He got my back. I got his. My boy.
And with that guy too, like how satisfying was it to beat that guy like in that fashion too, like to get a decision win and
Yeah,
to have all of the odds against you and he still came out with the victory. How satisfying was that?
man, it was good. I wasn't able to finish my last two fights, and I think that kind of hurt me. And the reason is everyone's starting to kind of figure out my game, so everyone knows what to expect now, and so it's just hard. My good positions, people are starting to really train really hard for them. So I'm gonna have to make adjustments to get these finishes, but also I went into these fights a little injured, man. Just so much training. I took 2 fights in 26 days, 3 fights in 3 months. Like I broke my nose. I was sparring Pantoja the week and a half before my last fight, and so right when he hit me the first, I just felt the blood coming down. It was hard to breathe, um, so it affected my cardio a little bit. No excuses, man. But every fighter goes into a fight injured a little, and
hmm
but hey, man, you got to overcome that adversity and whip that butt. But yeah, that's it, man.
Nice, nice. And I think Jake Hadley's in here. He recently called you out last month, and I think he's in the chat. He's saying like expect to expect you to hug man. Well, what was your response to Jake Hadley's call out last month?
And Jake Hadley, he's a young kid, likes to talk a lot of smack. He's tough. I'm not gonna lie, he's a tough kid, but I'm on a different level too. So his cockiness, he might need to be humbled a little bit. I've seen what he does. He kind of needs to be put in his place, be a little bit more humble. I mean, hey man, I wasn't calling him out, but if he wants to call me back, people that have called me out, really pay the price. Yeah, I don't think he knows what he's getting into. I'm a different level. He's a tough kid, but well, black belt in jiu-jitsu and an amazing wrestler, and all those positions he thinks that he might beat me in, it ain't gonna work.
hmm How he's really known for his wrestling and his jiu-jitsu. How would you rate his ground game on a scale of 1 to 10?
Hey man, he's tough. He controlled his. I saw his last fight. I know he's watching my fights. He controlled this guy from the back. He kept taking the back, but those positions right there, those are some of my best positions. And black belt's way different than a purple belt that you're fighting in MMA. And I know jiu-jitsu isn't a fight, but I'm gonna fight him if we ever meet in that cage.
And yeah, he's on here saying you're a black belt. I'll submit you. Like, and you guys were trying to like sell that fight for like the UFC. Like have two promotional champs. Or you have the Cage Aggression belt. You have the Titan FC belt. He has the EFC belt, Cage Warriors belt. I think that would definitely be an awesome fight to see in the UFC. Like a title unification in a way.
Exactly. But I think there's a level of competition that I'm fighting. It's a little bit tougher. I don't know. I've seen who he's fought, and I'm not taking any credit away. Like I'm humble, man. Jake, I'm humble, but I think I need to teach you a lesson, man. You talk too much. You say you're gonna submit a black belt. Hey, man. Until you feel me, until you feel my strength, until you feel my skills, you're gonna really regret that.
Gotcha. And I believe you extended your win streak to 10. 10 win streaks. Sorry, a 10 fight win streak is no joke. But what can you say about that 10 fight win streak? And do you believe that you earned your shot in the UFC already?
Man, I earned my shot. I'm 10 wins in a row. That's more than Jake Hadley has fights. It's more than all these other guys have fights. It's more than some of these guys in the UFC have fights. I'm doing all the right things, man. I have 12 finishes, and man, I don't know what 11 wins in a row will do for me, but I don't think it's really much of a difference. But hey, man, I'm just gonna keep winning until they deny me. Whoever's gonna cross that cage for me, I'm gonna have to put on a good show and prove to Mick that I belong with the best. I train with some of the best in the world. I train with Pantoja. I train with Formiga. I train with Adriano Moraes. I know how I can hang. I know who I can hang with, and I know what I can do.
And recently, you've been looking like Kevin Holland of that activity. 3 wins in 4 months.
Yeah.
How satisfied are you to have that level of activity in the cage?
Man, like I was born for this. Like this, I literally when I grew up wrestling, I would literally like when I couldn't drive, I started wrestling, and I would beg my mom to drive me an hour and a half just to wrestle at a weekend tournament, just because I just would love to do it. I fought so many fights for almost barely any pay, just because I like to fight. The activity is amazing, and I think staying active is a very important thing in your career. And man, it was really good to get three fights in those 3 to 4 months, and man, no ring rust. I'm ready to go. I'm healed up finally, and yeah, man, I'm just waiting for a call. I'm waiting to see what's next.
hmm And should that call not be from the UFC, what promotion do you think you'll fight for next? Will it be Titan FC or a different one?
No, so I signed with Rubesy management. Daniel
hmm
Rubenstein. He's been great. He's been taking
He's a
care of
man.
me. He's been staying in touch with me a lot. And well, Combate wanted to keep me in contract, but for fighting out of the promotion, but they agreed on taking away the extensions. They
hmm
wanted me to fight for the title for Combate, but if I win the title, I would have to be in contract with them for a year. So
Okay.
I me and Daniel thought that maybe that's not the right idea if we really want to get into the UFC. So, actually, I just got a really big name, UFC name, and I think that's going to be next for Combate.
Gotcha. Are you allowed to reveal that big UFC name?
I
Yes.
can't reveal it yet, but it's big UFC flyweight name, and I think it's going to be a good test for me. So, hey man,
Yeah.
at this point in my career, it's what I need, and if I want to get to the UFC, it's something that I need to go out there and finish and put on a good show.
Yeah, my guess would be maybe Formiga or Wilson Race because they've been cut from the UFC. Yeah, but that's my guess.
It's not those guys.
Eric
It's
Shelton, maybe?
a kid from Albuquerque.
Oh, okay, Albuquerque. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'll probably research later. And then Jake says, "Come fight me for Cage Warriors title in March, London. Let's put contracts aside and do a one fight deal. Me versus you."
I accept, Jake Hadley. If you get your management to reach out to Rubesy, I accept. I'll meet you in London, and I'll show you a good old ass whooping.
Nice, nice. And how active are you looking to stay in this year? Like, how many fights do you think we might see for Juan Puerta this year?
Hey man, I want to be. I want to get 4 or 5 fights in, man. I don't need no breaks. I'm gonna go in there and fight. Jake Hadley's up for Cage Warriors in March. I'm in. If not, going back to Americas on March 27th against a UFC vet, and then maybe hopefully the UFC after that, man. But I got to put on some good performances. Whichever opponent pops up these next few months, I need to make sure that I rock and roll and man, really show everybody what I'm about.
Hmm. And are you in Deerfield Beach right now in
Man,
Florida?
I'm in Fort Lauderdale, but
Oh,
but yeah,
gotcha.
but yeah, I train at Coconut Creek, and that's man, I love it down here.
What's your favorite place to go to in Coconut Creek?
Coconut Creek, well, man, I actually like Hollywood Beach. Miami's awesome. Brickell's awesome. Um, yeah, man, Florida's paradise. So I literally train, go to the beach, eat, train, beach. It's awesome. I love it.
Awesome, man. Well, I think that's all the questions I have. I just want to thank you again for the time, and then
Hey, brother.
appreciate you coming on.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you,
Is there
brother.
anything?
Thank you for having me, and appreciate you getting my name out there, brother. It's an honor to be on here.
Mhm. Is there anything that you want to say to the fans out there watching?
Just be expecting a big year for me, man. UFC, wherever I go, I plan on finishing more fights and putting on great shows for you.
Awesome,
So,
man. Thank you so much.
excellent, brother. Thanks so much. Talk to you later.